Hi everyone, I'm Sandy. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a kind of a different video for you. I have been a bit missing in action out here on YouTube, Instagram, Discord. And I thought I would just come out and kind of give everyone an update as to what's been going on and why I haven't been around much. Also to give an update on my 3 Million Step Challenge, the book that I read in February for my inspiration, and also to talk a little bit about the book that I read that I have selected for March. So a big mix of stuff in there. What has been going on? Well, to keep kind of things kind of high level for you, my mom ended up having surgery in the month of February, at the beginning of February, and it didn't necessarily go as we had hoped. And as a result, she has spent the last several weeks in and out of the hospital, including 2 emergency room trips and a week in the intensive care unit. So as you can imagine, every spare minute I had has been spent either at the hospital or at the house with her, trying to make sure everything is handled and that she is okay. It has been a rough February for her, for me, for my brother, for my family. It's just been a lot to try and handle. And every time we felt like we were turning a positive corner, something else would happen and she'd be back in the hospital. So yeah, it's been rocky. So as you can imagine, the thing that was the easiest to kind of not do or give up was making videos, watching content, commenting. I just have not had the brain power to really try and record something. Even today, this is probably my 5th version of this video. It's really hard to focus and to not be distracted by everything that is going on outside of this. I hesitate to say, things are looking up, things are getting better, because every time I have done that, I've gotten a call, I've had to rush down, something has happened. So I'm not going to say that, but I do hope that I can start making some content a little bit more regularly in the coming weeks and get back to a more normal schedule. I do want to say thank you to all the subscribers that are out there and the new subscribers that I have, and everyone who is original subscribers that have stuck around as my content has kind of not been as consistent. I really do appreciate all of you, and I look forward to getting out here and making some more stuff, hopefully soon. Now, having said that, I have been reading. It has been a bit of an escape as I'm sitting in maybe my mom's house or somewhere, that I would pick up a book and just be able to kind of get out of everything going on right in that moment. So my February wrap up, which I'll try and have out next week, has a very large number of books in it, which is incredible. I'm very thrilled with what I read in the month of February. So yeah, that part will be good. What did I read though for my inspiration for the 3 Million Step Challenge that I have? If you're not familiar with that, I'll leave that video linked in the description below for you. I am trying to accomplish having 3 million steps this year as a way to motivate myself to keep moving. And I have selected a book for every month to try and help inspire me. And the month of February, I had originally selected one book, and then this one became available at the library, and I was like, I'm reading this one instead. And it was Trail of the Lost by Andrea Lankford. Andrea Lankford is the author of Ranger Confidential, which was actually the book that I read in January for my inspiration. So it was really cool to be able to get this one. It came available on the hold list, and it is the story of lost hikers on the Pacific Crest Trail. Now, I live in the Pacific Northwest, and I have always wanted to go hike the Pacific Crest Trail. It just is one of those ideas that would be so incredibly cool to go do. But after reading this, I'm now very, very scared. Technology's come a long way from the hikers that were lost in this particular book. But even Andrea Lankford, who is a very experienced hiker, outdoor person, had one instance where she got lost and hurt herself. Was she really lost? I don't know if she was really lost, but she definitely hurt herself while out on the trail, which is very, very scary. And this really talks about a lot about a few different hikers that have gone missing on the trail over the years, and the efforts that the friends and family and agencies have went to try and find out what happened to them. And largely it remains unsolved. And the level of misinformation, things like that occur as well when you're searching for someone. I thought that was really, really well done in here. I love the outdoors so much. It's my happy place. If I could be out hiking today, I would be out hiking today. One of the things that Andrea said in this book that I understood from after reading Ranger Confidential is that she'd seen so much of the bad that it really took some of the shine off of the outdoors for her. And I can 100% see why that would be. And for me, it's still my happy place. There was also a reference in here, I thought that was really interesting, to Wild by Cheryl Strayed, and how there was something called the Strayed effect, that there were a number of people that were very, very unprepared that went on the trail after reading that book. I thought that was really interesting as a way that, you know, a book can influence people to get outside, and maybe not always the positive way, but very well done. I ended up giving it a 4 stars. So I did like it. I wish I knew what happened to the missing hikers, but that was kind of part of the point, is that you wouldn't necessarily know what happened to the people. So I thought that was very, very, very well done. All right, that was what I read. So what am I reading in the month of March? Since it is International Women's Day, I'm hosting Readathon for Fierce Reads, which is a bookish tribute to International Women's Day. I selected the one book that is written by a female author, and that is Between Two Kingdoms by Sulika Jawood. I love the cover of this. It reminds me of Little Miss Sunshine, by the way, this yellow Volkswagen van. If you've never seen that movie, it is so well done. I love that movie. The back of this says, it started with an itch up and down her legs like 1,000 invisible mosquito bites. Then a few weeks shy of her 23rd birthday, Sulika Jawood was given a diagnosis, leukemia, with a 35% chance of survival. When she finally walked out of the cancer ward 4 years later, after countless rounds of chemo, a clinical trial, and a bone marrow transplant, she was, according to the doctors, cured. But as she would soon learn, a cure is not where the work of healing ends. It is where it begins. To begin to live again, Jawuka embarked on a 15,000-mile road trip across the country to meet with some strangers, teachers, and artists, a teenage cancer patient, and a death row inmate who had written to her during her time in the hospital. Along the way, she learned about how we move forward when life is interrupted by heartache, loss, disaster, or illness, and how we survive the constant transitions that are essential to the human experience. I have heard good things about this. I've shown it a couple of times on my channel, and people have said, wow, that's such a great book. You should absolutely read it. I love the idea of this. I would say I'm not one that would be someone that would be good at traveling across country like this. I'm not a big road trip person, but I love this idea, and I'm really excited to dig into this one. But that will be my inspirational pick for the 3 Million Step Challenge for the month of March. All right, so how did I do stepwise? Obviously, with everything going on, if you recall, I had ended January with a deficit of 19,000 something steps. And February was so much driving. I didn't do as badly as I thought I had done when I looked at all of the numbers. I actually had walked 227,184 steps. The target was 230,160, which put me at a deficit of only 2,976 steps. Now, I did get a little bonus because it was leap year, so I hadn't planned for the 29th, so I had kind of a free day, and that definitely helped those numbers out a little bit. I'm 20,000 steps behind for the entire year and towards my goal, but that's not horrible. Especially with everything going on, I'm very happy with where I ended up in February. Keeping moving and getting out on the weekends, I would do long walks. I'd do 5-6 miles, and that really helped keep me healthy mentally and physically while everything else was going on. So yeah, I'm excited about kind of the weather changing a little bit up here. I'm hoping we don't have as much rain, but it's the Pacific Northwest. That doesn't usually happen until about August. I also, as just like kind of an update for everything, movement, food, I ate horribly in the month of February. I mean, I was eating late. I was eating all the wrong kinds of food. I would make it to the gym, but not nearly as much as I would normally do. I think I only had 3 gym sessions, maybe 4, and both of those were at the end of the month. So I did do my monthly weigh-in, expecting to have gained weight. And I was pleasantly surprised in that I gained 0.1 pounds. I'm taking that as a huge win. And clearly me just moving more helped me keep that under control, which is amazing. I am really looking forward to March, and just kind of hopefully, I don't want to say it, getting to a more normal routine. So those are all of my updates. Yeah, lots going on, lots happening. I do want to say thank you to all of my bookish friends who have been on this journey with me over the last month. All of you who have been contacting me on Voxer, my real life friends, I don't have a better way of describing it, who have been checking on me and making sure I'm okay. And to my lovely husband, who has been nothing but incredible. All right, and with that, before I start crying, as always, like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, everyone, thanks. Bye.